Welcome in. I'm Stacy and this is the Pantasy Cuckoo Clock. Timing in at 2,300 pieces, this is set number 85027. It includes printed elements, one adorable minifigure, and his loyal dog. This set has a number of moving parts, a clock that keeps accurate time, and 2 different ways to display it. Before we go any further, please take a moment to like this video, consider subscribing, and turn on your notifications. Pantasy often has savings codes with a new release, and anything they send our way will be in the description of this video. Now, as the saying goes, time waits for no man, so let's get it. The front of the set, so beautiful with lots of printed elements, but we'll take a look from the bottom. So down here we have some rock facing with a little bird, and we have a water wheel that moves. I can't wait to show you how that spins. Some more rocks and trees, the squirrel. There's our minifig spot just for him with his dog. Printed pieces for the bench, some logs, and some plants and tree. Then we have these beautiful windows. They have a nice red frame around them and some flower beds in the front. And then this beautiful clock, nice acrylic printed piece, beautiful arms, Roman numerals, and it takes one AA battery. It runs separate from the other mechanisms. We have this stage in the middle that rotates. We have printed pieces with a couple. They will spin around while dancing. Some printed pieces on the front here, as well as printed pieces on those windows. And then at the very top, we've got printed doors where our cuckoo bird will come out to say hello. So where this is a chalet style building, we've got the beautiful brown roof. The plate work here is incredible. Even though it's only one color, they really did a good job with the design of those pieces and different angles. Then we have a little nook under here. This actually does come up with some just random plates of wood there. That's the pile. Now this roof is on with those hinge pieces. They are certainly not my favorite pieces, as you probably know. I mean, it just takes me a couple of tries to get them on, but it's on there nice and sturdy once you get it. Pieces of wood there are all put together in one piece, but they look like they're just scattered. Really cute to build those. Over to the back, we just have basically a white canvas. This is where it's going to mount up against the wall, so it will be flush. We've got 2 holes there for wall mounts. It is 2.5 centimeters on, 2.5 inches, sorry, on center. And then we have this peak up here with a little bell inside. So we have another roof, side of the roof, very similar to the first one, except we have an individual build here that is a peak. It doesn't quite sit flush, but it is on there nicely. It's just on by the studs here on the bottom. And then underneath this, we have our USB-C and our power button. And we've got a garden here on the side with a window, a nice tree. And from this angle, we can see the feet for the desk mounting. So there's not too much inside except for all of our Technic and our motor. Yes, the Technic runs with a motor in this set. Now, Technic is Technic, so make sure that your pieces are pushed down all the way. Double check your work as you go. The instructions really do give you spots where you need to test it, so I suggest that you do that. And then we have our USB-C. This cord is included, and our power button. And then I brought in my battery bank, and we're going to test this out. Here are the mechanisms running inside. Very smooth. Now let's check out the working mechanisms. Watch the water wheel spin and the stage rotate. And then, of course, the doors open for our cuckoo bird to come out. We saw the desk mount, so now it's time to talk wall mount. Lay it on its back. It's very safe to do that. You actually do some of the building while it's on its back. We can see the Technic underneath there. The white box is our motor, and right beside that is a hole where our pendulum is going to go. So this is our pendulum. It's just going to go nice gold pieces right in that hole. We also have a decorative piece that's going to sit under here. And then we have two weights that we built. Really fun builds, almost like building trees. And then we have these chains and these pieces attached to the bottom of the set. We put together a fake wall so that we could show you this in the wall mount position. And of course, we've got the battery bank here, but you only need that if you want to use the mechanisms, because the actual clock does work off a separate battery. So let's turn this on, because we have another, turn my battery bank on first. We have another mechanism down at the bottom, the pendulum. Look at that. We have one minifig with this set. Love his derby hat. He's also got a nice beard, pink shirt with a vest, and nice khaki pants. And of course, he has the second piece for sitting position as well. And then we have his cute, loyal dog. And from the back, our dog is exactly the same, but I do notice that he does have a spot there that you could put something on his back if you wanted to dress him up a bit. Our minifig, see his hair under his hat and his belt on his pants. Pantasy does such a good job with the prints on the bottom of these sets as well. See it on both of the bottoms. Our instructions for this set are really well done. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but I do want to point out a couple of steps. So this is the mechanism for our clock. To change the battery, you pull off the face, the arms and everything, and then there will be 5 pieces in behind that you can pop off. Take out the mechanism, change the battery, and pop it back in. So I just bookmarked these instructions. And then if you want to change it to the wall mount, I bookmarked those instructions as well in case I want to change it at some point. It shows you where you need to put the weights and then the other decoration pieces and the pendulum. There is a second piece to the instructions as well. This is just the desktop version. So it starts at step 331, and it shows you the instructions for putting the feet on. So you can have the desktop version. What an interesting idea this clock is. And you know I enjoy a set that is a combination of both system and Technic. The Technic was fun to build and all 4 mechanisms run smooth. The instructions overall were great. However, I do feel like the steps for putting the arms on the face of the clock itself could have been a little more clear, but it looks great and it runs well. The fact that you have a choice to build this as a desktop or hang it on the wall, and it's not that difficult to make that change, is great. This is actually the reason the set was delayed, to give us options. It was originally designed to be hung on the wall, but then Pantasy had an idea to make it better by creating the desktop version as well. So kudos to Pantasy for taking the time needed to make it even better. The wall-mounted version of this set is 23 by 12 by 7 inches, but no matter which way you choose to build it, this clock was a fun build overall. Give you a better idea of the size of this set, I brought in Sherlock Holmes 221B Baker Street by Pantasy and the Pantasy Retro Jukebox. Fantastic. It really is a good size set. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.